I can confidently look in this camera lens and say that, like, this is my person. We are not going to part. It would take God to break it. I can explain. By the title, you can already tell what this video is supposed to be about. The plane went up, it was going up, it was high, everything was going good. I was excited, and then that bitch came crashing down like 9/11. God bless the souls. All I got to say is, niggas be lying. They got me. One of them got me, y'all. They told me.
The military, and one thing I learned, do not date nobody in the military. Oh my God, that's the worst decision you will ever make in life.
I'll be like, yeah, I don't care that you got a girlfriend, and I don't care that I have a boyfriend. What are you trying to do? Oh, shit. All right, what's up?
It's very easy for you to catch feelings for someone you work with, someone in your unit. Either catch feelings, unless you are disciplined, because I'm very disciplined. Catch feelings, lust after, have a crush on. It's very easy for these things to happen because you barely see your spouse.
The crazy thing is like, I kept looking at stuff, reading stuff, like seeing little videos that would pop up about dating a military guy. Like, my whole algorithm was full of it on like my social medias, because I was literally like looking up things dealing with like how the military works, because I was interested in what was going on with my man at the time.
It's gonna end for sure. Like,
would y'all date somebody in the military?
Hell no.
No.
No. No.
No.
Absolutely not.
Would you date somebody in the military?
Not anymore.
Not anymore. All right, so do you mind sharing what happened that made you come to this conclusion?
This nigga cheated on me and got genital herpes, so.
All right, what's your advice for people trying to date in the military?
Don't.
Would you date somebody in the military?
hell no.
No. Hell fucking no.
Okay,
No.
why not?
Because I already know how much money they make.
Okay, why not?
Because I'm in the military.
They grimy.
One of them got me, but it's okay. Like, it's a learning lesson. I'm ready to tell my story. That video came up and I watched it, and it was a kiki. And then in the back of my mind, I did kind of have like some concerns. Like, even that I told my ex, my now ex, even that I told him about, like, all that moving around, uprooting my kids, pulling them from here to there. Like, I like structure. I like to be in a household with a man that come home every day and kids that have their school and their friends and a normal childhood. Like, that's how I envision my life. So, you know, just me dating a military man, period, and like hearing from him like how it works and like the stuff that I saw online about how it works, I already had a little bit of like uncomfortability with it. Is that a word? Uncomfortability? Whatever. But I ended up just proceeding because he was just so cute, he was so yummy, and he was just so like too good to be true. And I was just so excited about him, and like it's just listen, that shit took off fast and came to an emergency halt even faster. Like, okay, so this is what happened. So the last time I posted anything, which was my last vlog, the last video that I posted is a vlog, and it's me and my ex-boyfriend now. Should I even be calling this man a boyfriend, ex-boyfriend? We really went together for like a month and a half. That's crazy. That is really crazy. Like, what? Who goes together for a month and a half? Anyway, so me and my ex-boyfriend and my last vlog, we were going to Mississippi. I was originally supposed to go to a wedding, my friend's wedding, and I was all excited for it. I had picked my outfit and everything. I was gonna fly down to North Carolina and see my girl get married. I was gonna be looking cute. You know, it was just gonna be like, I really was just like into myself. Like, I really was just living for me, planning my life based on me. No nigga involved, nothing was going on. I was just living and just happy. Like, I literally was like happy. It was me and God, for real. And it just so happened that my friend's wedding was November 8th, and like a week or so before that, my boyfriend's like, oh, my grandfather passed. And I'm like, damn, like, I'm supposed to go to Sam's wedding, but it's just like, I want to support my man. Like, it's just like wedding over funeral. Like, it was a no-brainer. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and then it was an opportunity for me to meet his family too. So, you know, his funeral ended up falling exactly on the day of her wedding. So it wasn't like I can just drive there with him and then come back, and then it was literally the exact same day. It was nothing that I could do that was gonna make her wedding, period. His grandfather's funeral is November 8th. So you see me in the last vlog. I'm all happy, go lucky to see my man. I'm excited. Like, I literally was so excited by him, y'all. It was not fake, okay? I know the way I'm acting, it would seem like it was fake, but it was not. I just know based on what has gone on with me so far and my history and my relationship with God, I just know that, like, when he showed me something, I gotta go. Like, I just can't. So anyway, I ain't even told you what he did yet. Just hold on. Okay, hold on. So I'm all excited. We're going to Mississippi. Everything is great on the way there. It was a 10-hour drive. We're listening to his music. We're listening to my music. We're talking. Everything is great. I'm just looking at his face. He's just so cute. And everything is just going well. We got there at like midnight. And when I tell you Mississippi is country, I mean country. I don't mean like it's like a country I can't even explain. Like, I thought here was country. In comparison to Hollandale, Mississippi, Jacksonville, Florida is not country at all. It's actually a big city. It's huge. It's like, and I don't mean huge like size-wise. Florida is California compared to Hollandale, Mississippi. I don't know how else, like, it's literally that country. Like, it still looked like when Emmett Till was killed. Like, it looks like that to this day. It looked like a goddamn a Western. I got out of the car and I was just like, what the f? But anyway, that's besides the point. It was country as hell. We make it there. We go into a bed and breakfast. Like, honestly, I'm not even trying to be ignorant right now. I really didn't know what a bed and breakfast was. So a bed and breakfast is like a country ass motel, kinda, but it's like rooms, if that makes sense. Like motels got rooms. It's hard to describe, but we end up getting there, going to a bed and breakfast. So we get there, I'm meeting his mother, his siblings, and all of this stuff. We went to, I think, his grandma's house, and then we drove back to get ready for bed because we had been driving, or he had been driving, sorry. He had been driving for 10 hours, we're tired, the funeral is in the morning. So I go take a shower, right? And I come back and I'm getting ready to like lay down. Like, I'm chilling, like, I'm still content. I'm happy to be there with my man. Everything's still going well. And then he goes and gets in the shower. So I don't know what it was. I know what it was. It wasn't nothing but God. Like, something's just on me. Like, I see his phone on the little nightstand thing in the room, and something is just on me, like, open the phone, like, just open it. And I knew his code. He never told me the code to his phone, but I knew the code to his house. So it's just like, his house and his phone probably the same. Like, they're probably not different. And it's his son's birthday. So I put his house code in his phone while he in the shower, right? And you know that feeling when you're about to check somebody's phone? Men probably don't go through this, but women do. Men probably do go through that. I don't know. It's a human thing, I think. I don't think it's like a girl-guy thing. You know that feeling when you feel like you're about to see something bad, you open the phone and you're checking it and your hands are like shaking? I literally was like about to have a fucking panic attack. Like, I literally was panicking so bad. Before I even seen anything, I already was like, I could feel that, like, I could just feel it. Like, I just knew. I knew something. I didn't know what. So I go on the phone and I didn't even go to the text messages. I didn't even get there. I should have. Well, not really, because it would have just hurt me more and I still would have had the same I still would have been in the same scenario. So no. So the first thing I go through on his phone is his DMs. So I see him in his DMs talking to his ex. And this is an ex that he told me on the first date that he wasn't having any dealings with. He telling me all of these things that this girl has done to him, like all these horrible things, like shit that I'm like, that's not normal like woman shit, but if you like it, I love it. Okay. So he telling me all these horrible things that this girl has done to him, and like, you know, I ain't gonna tell his business or whatever. I ain't gonna get too deep into that because, you know, but horrible stuff. Somebody that love you probably wouldn't be doing. I don't know what their relationship was like. I'm not sure. But this is an ex that he told me on the first date that he doesn't deal with because she's done so many bad things to him and this and that and that and this. And I'm like, okay, like, I'm trusting him. Like, he is in the DMs with his ex. He talking, now mind you, this was in June or July. It was in June. I think it was in June. The message that I seen was from June, but it probably was more recent than that. He probably just deleted everything. But this past June, he's messaging with her, talking about eating her out. She's talking about, it's like hairy, it's on her cooter hairy. And he like, oh no, I still eat it. And I saw, so basically like, nigga, you just an eater. Like, you just out here. Like, you just, ugh. Then you told me that she messed with other niggas. So yeah, he's sexting with her, like on the phone. I literally, like, I'm laughing right now, but I literally was sick. My heart felt like it was about to literally pound out of my chest. Mind you, yes, this was before he met me, because he met me in September. And these messages are from June. That's the messages I seen. He probably deleted some for all I know. But the message that I'm talking about right now was from June. So it was 3 months prior. Okay? But that's not even what it's about. What made me walk away was the fact that you lied. You're a liar. You're a coward. So that's not, we've discussed marriage, we've discussed kids, we've discussed having a family. I don't know if you were serious, but I was serious. And I'm gonna tell y'all how serious I was by the time I get to the end of this story, okay? Because it gets worse, girl, it gets worse. I was serious. Like, I really was genuinely, like, really, like, trying to, like, build with you. You was cute to me, you was perfect, you was funny. Like, you, even though you had your little flaws and things that I'm not gonna talk about, I still looked past that because it was just like, I really fuck with you. Like, I really want to get to know you. Like, I really want to like grow into us. Like, I was for real. I know it was a month, but I was for real. I liked him a lot. Like, I really liked him. Yeah, he an eater. So I see the messages. I closed the phone immediately after I seen that. I thought about going further, but really that was enough for me because it was just like, you can't. I was really, honestly, I was more so shocked than anything because it was just like, how did I go from such a huge high on the way here in these last couple of weeks or this month or so, and this is how it ends, like just like that, like just like that. And God, it ain't nothing but God. Like, I wasn't really angry. I just was kind of like, wow. Like, wow. I didn't open it back up. That's all I needed to see. It could have been something. It probably was way worse in the text messages. It probably was more recent than June in the text messages. But my whole thing is just like, you lied to me. Like, I really thought you were like a really good guy. Like, I really believed. Like, you really got me. Like, huh? So he comes out of the bathroom and comes in the room. He don't even know a thing. Like, he's putting his clothes in his bag or whatever. And I'm just sitting on the bed, and he came, and I just took a deep breath, and I was just like, I went through your phone, and I looked at him, And he said, okay. I don't know if I was holding his phone or not. I don't really know, but I stood up and I was just like, what did I say? It's a blur now, child. Basically, I confronted him about the ex that he said he don't mess with no more, okay? That he hasn't messed with in however long. So his eyes gets like big as quarters. Like, he looks so guilty in the face. Like, it's almost comical now to think about it. How like shook he looked, like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I remember just like standing there and he's looking at me and I'm just like zoned out, like, oh my God, I really thought this man was genuine. Like, you are a liar. That's crazy. Like, I built you up like on this pedestal. How could I not see that? Like, you're a liar. That's your flaw. And that's a bad flaw, because, you know, it's just, you just be out here just lying. You don't have no, you went into this with me. I went in genuine. You went into this with me on lies. Like, looking me in the face and lying. And then it's been like, not a lot, but it's been like certain little times that we've talked about this ex. And like, you know, like just a few months back, you was messing around or you was still having dealings. I literally tell him right in there, I'm like, I'm done. Like, I laid down and I was like, I'm done. Like, I can't work with no liar. I can't do that. And then I feel like also too, like, why are you on a first date lying? You are literally, we met on a date now. You're literally on here claiming that you're trying to find a partner, companion is what you said, a partner. But when you're genuinely trying to find somebody, you're genuinely trying to find a genuine connection. Like, you're not starting it out on bullshit. Like, it's just like, niggas just be doing shit. Like why y'all just be doing silly shit? Like, oh. And all it really be is these niggas just be like thirsty for some cooter. That's all it is. You scared. You supposed to be a real nigga, but you're scared to tell me, and I'm a stranger at the time. We're dating. This is the first date. You're scared to tell me, a stranger, that you are still messing around with your ex out of fear that you can't go to the next level with me. If a nigga would have asked me on the first date, hey, when the last time you messed with your ex? I'm gonna say the last time I was with my ex. I don't care if it was last week. I'm gonna say it, because what he gonna do? He gonna stop talking to me? No, he's not. And that be the difference, I guess, because men feel like they have to lie because they feel like they can't get nowhere if they tell the truth. But I don't have a problem. I don't have to hide. Niggas gonna with me regardless, because the whole point is for us to get to know each other where we are and work together based on what's going on with us. So if you got this going on, I'm gonna help you work through that. And if I got this going on, you're gonna help me work through this, and it's gonna be us. And when we get serious, I'll cut it and you'll be a part of that. You will know exactly what's going on. Trust that. It's just deceptive. It's cowardly and it's deceptive, and it just is what it is. But so I get into bed after seeing these text messages, and we're having like a little back and forth. He's laying next to me, but we're kind of like back and forth slightly. Do you know this man had the nerve to not take no accountability? This man had the nerve. He said some shit like, well, girl, you such and such. Like, he was getting ready to say, well, you did this or you did that. I'm like, nigga, you could go ahead and stop right there. You are not. So you're a narcissist? Is that what's going on? Because the only person I know who would sit here and get caught like that, and instead of saying, I'm sorry, I lied to you, I shouldn't have lied to you, I wasn't honest, but at the same time, this was before you. Yes, I shouldn't have lied, but I felt like I had to. I'm gonna do that. I'm going to. Like, I'm not a narcissist, so I'm not gonna sit here and you know you dead ass wrong. You know you are. As a grown ass man, and you can't have the balls to just say, I've done. You're either just cruel, enjoying watching me go through this, or you're a narcissist and you don't take accountability and you pretended like you did when I first met you. Like, you know, we had situations where I told you stuff that I didn't like and you took accountability for it. So what's going on? Is that an act? So we're having a little back and forth. He takes no accountability. Do you know that man behind me? Yes, he had drove 10 hours. I don't give a damn. Do you know that man went to sleep? That man fell asleep behind me. Now, if I was crazy, I would have split your skull. I could have stabbed you, shot you. I'm over here devastated and you go to sleep. Like, I'm laughing, but that's really, when I heard that man snoring behind me, I was just like, oh my God. I am really out here, all the way out here in Mississippi, 10 hours away from home. Done caught this man playing with me, which true enough, I didn't have to go through his phone. I should have trusted him, but do you see why we don't? Like, it be shit like this. Like, apparently I needed to know. That's why God directed me right on over there. And he didn't let me rest, because I never had no desire to go through his phone before. Like, it came out of nowhere. He goes to sleep. So the next morning, it's like I wake up and I'm like, just tell me this was a bad dream. Like, I wanted this to be something I dreamed that wasn't true. And I wake up and sure enough, I'm right there in that bed with that man. I got up. I can't even remember what I did because it was such a blur, but I think I got up, went and brushed my teeth, came back and started like trying to like get myself together, like mentally. Because now we've gone to sleep and this is the morning of the funeral. The funeral is happening this day, the next day. So I'm trying to like pull myself together and like trying to just go through the process. Cause I'm like, I just need to get home. I just need to get home. Let me just get through this funeral, get through tomorrow. And the next morning, we're gonna go home. We're in the same room. So it's like, when I come out of the bathroom, the only thing I really can do is go into this room with him. And I couldn't even like look at him. Like, I couldn't even like face him. So I go out to the front of the bed and breakfast. I go to the front, like it's a little like lobby area. And I just sit up there. And I'm just looking out the window, just like trying to breathe, trying to like get myself together. He gets up, he don't say anything. He comes out to go to his car, but he has to pass me. And because I'm sitting, like I said, in the lobby or whatever. He sees me over on the couch and I forgot what the first thing is he said to me, but it was just like on some shit like, do you want to, I think that's what he said. He said, do you want to talk? And I remember saying like, I don't see what you could say that could like make this better. I mean, I guess he could have at least taken accountability. That could have made it better. But no, it's not in him, okay? Mr. Perfect that I was talking about, accountability is all of a sudden not there anymore, okay? So, and I start to cry. Like, not overly crying, but like tears are falling. So I'm like, catching them. And I hear somebody like coming down the hallway and I'm guessing that's like his mom or whatever. And so he goes out to his car and I just sit there. But I'm like trying to like dry my, tears up because I'm trying not to like make this day about me. Like literally his mother is burying her father. So I'm trying to like pull it together, but inside I'm like screaming, like literally. So she's coming down the hall. She interrupts like this little thing that we are doing, this little talk. And so he walks out to his car and I wipe my tears up. And so I'm like, let me just go back in the room because I don't want anybody to see me in the front crying because it's just like so obvious, So I get up and I go back down the hallway to the room and I have to pass his mom. She's facing the direction I'm coming, so I know she can see my face. So I'm trying to like pull it together and like I give like the best like pleasant look that I can give. I don't know what it looked like. It probably didn't look overly happy because later on like his sister told me that their mom had come to her and was just like, I think something going on between. So obviously when I passed her, I didn't look happy. I tried to like put on as like as best I could, but like I was so hurt. So I go back and then as I'm sitting in the room, I'm just like thinking, I can't go to this funeral. Like I can't, like I literally can't, like I can't stomach being around this man. Like, it's a funeral going on. I'm super like upset and like hurt and like emotional. I'm like, I'm just gonna sit in the room. I just gotta get through today. I just kept telling myself that while I was there, like, I just gotta get through the day. I just gotta get through the day. I just gotta get through the day. And so, as I'm sitting in the room on my phone or whatever, his sister comes in there. She knocks, and I'm like, yes, come in. And she comes in, and she like, come take a walk with me, little mama. That's exactly what she said. And I'm like, okay, like trying to like be cool, like just not seem overly. I'm like, okay. I'm already knowing, like, as soon as she said that, like, this nigga done ran and told his sister to come in here instead of you. You're a grown. I walked to this family. I really was surprised. Was it a Family Dollar or a Dollar General? It was a Family Dollar or a Dollar General, one of them. I was surprised they even had one in this country ass town. We go and we walk literally behind the bed and breakfast building, and we're in front of, we're in front of a Dollar General, and she's talking to me outside. The first thing she says is, so this was before you, huh? So that let me know, like, you mean to tell me you went to your sister and made it seem like I was super overly tripping about something that happened before me when I'm not? I told you that night that I wasn't tripping really off that. I was tripping off the fact that you lied to me about it. You told a whole bold-faced lie, kept this lie going on. Was never gonna tell me that you and this girl were still messing around. But you went to your sister and made it seem like I just decided to just get mad about some shit that happened 3 months before I even met you. You could have easily went to your sister and been like, hey sis, I done fucked up bad. Asia saw such and such and such on my phone. It was before her, but she mad because I told her that I wasn't messing with the girl at all. Like, I told her that I hadn't been messing with the girl, yada, yada, yada. I lied to her about messing with her at all, and that is why she upset. No, you go and you make it the story that you wanted to be. I see you. Narcissism, right? Is that narcissism? Now, I feel like maybe that ain't narcissism, but I see you and I see that, like, you're a manipulator. So now, red flag number 1 is no accountability. You tried to argue with me about something you were wrong about. You're wrong. Second red flag is the fact that you manipulate. You out here trying to spin the narrative. Alright, so she's like, listen, he don't want her. Yada, yada, yada. She's a thought. She this, she that. She got pregnant by somebody else when she was with him. Yada, yada, yada. And I'm just like, I'm like appreciating her because she didn't have to pull me aside. She didn't have to try to make me feel comfortable, and she didn't have to pull me aside and talk to me or do anything. So I'm appreciative of it because obviously he wasn't gonna do it. I'm appreciative of it, but it's just like, I'm like, it's not about that. It's the fact that he lied. She never once acknowledged me saying anything about him lying. She didn't say anything about that, but she was just like trying to like just stand on the side of he don't want her, and that wasn't helping the situation because it's just like, I do have concerns that he do, because why you still get with her? You can't get bitches. You can't move on. What's going on? Are you okay? Like, are you mentally okay? Like, the shit that this girl has done to you, and you out here being her eater. That's how it made me see him. It made me see him very like weak and just like, ugh. Like, his sister felt like, this is what she said. She said, if, I forgot how she worded it, but basically she was saying like, if P word is offered to a man gonna take it. And I'm like, that don't really help. That don't really help this situation, because anybody could offer you that and a man gonna take it. Why do we as women want to date that? A man who has no self-control, none, like doesn't, that don't help the situation. And that means that at any point, whether I'm with him or not, anytime she decides she want to give it to him, me and him could be having an argument. Me and him could be at it. Me and him could be not talking or whatever the case may be. And whenever she offer it to him, he gonna take it. why? I don't want that. Like, I don't want that shit. That don't sound, that's not helping. So she thinking that I know that he was with her in July. He went and saw her. So she's thinking that I know that. I didn't even know that. I knew about messages from June. I didn't know they got together in July. So she tells me while we talking, she just like, all I really know is that he went and he just saw her in 4th of July or something like that. And I'm like, so it gets worse. I didn't even tell her that I didn't know that. I just rolled with it because at that point, it really didn't make a difference. You've already shown me that, like, through message, you're an eater. And now your sister is telling me that you don't have no self-control and that whenever this girl wants you, she can have you. Okay. I'm like, like, it's done. Like, I can't even work with this shit. Like, I can't do nothing with that, nothing. And as we're walking back, I told her, I'm like, well, I'm just gonna sit out because I'm very, very emotional. I'm going through a lot. And she like, no, you're not gonna sit. Don't let nobody ruin your weekend. I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, my weekend is gone. But she's like, don't let nobody ruin your weekend. You're not gonna sit in no room. Honestly, I'm not even gonna lie to you for real. She held me down. Like, she was so sweet. She was like, you can ride with me. So I rode with her to the funeral. Like, I was on her hip because it was nothing else I really could do. So even when we got to the funeral, like, you know how they call, like, family members, like, by seating. Like, seating is by family member or whatever. They're calling his kids, the grandfather that has passed. They call his kids, the kids go in and they call the grandkids. This nigga did not make sure I was straight at all. His sister, I was on his sister's hip the entire time. He didn't make sure I was straight at all. At all. Like, he let his sister tend to me. Like, I was like in the way. Like, he's like, babysit this for me for a second. Like, literally, they call the grandkids. I don't move because it's just like, I don't know anybody here. I'm not a part of the family. So it's just like, I can't go in with the grandkids. So she walks ahead when they call the grandkids to see them. And then I guess when she got up there, she realized that I wasn't behind her. She came back and got me. She took my hand and she walked me right in there. I sat with her. I sat on the first row, all on the left-hand side. And I sat up there where his kids and grandkids was. And I really appreciate that. I really do. Because had it not been for her, I would have had a way worse time because I couldn't even like lean to my man that loves me, you know. I couldn't even like lean on him. Like, he literally dumped me off on somebody else. Like, imagine how that feels. I ain't even gonna get too deep because it's just like, but just imagine that for a second. Like, imagine you're in a whole nother state by yourself now and you came with your boyfriend. So all I really had was her. Like, I went to the funeral with her. I sat through the funeral. As the funeral was going on, I was paying attention to what was going on, but I hate to say this because it wasn't about me and it was about a celebration of this man's life. I was trying to find comfort in like what the preacher was saying. Not directly about him, but just about the word in general. I was trying to find some form of comfort because I was so hurt. Like, I was hurt, and like, just to see that like all of this was like happening when I started out so happy, it's just like, why? Like, why am I having to go through this? Like, why am I going through this type of pain right now? Like, it was one moment where like, what's the part when they're like lowering the body in the ground? Whatever that part is. It was one moment during that time where like, he like walked up and like I could feel him and I saw him already because I had been watching him, and like he was about to stand like close to me and I moved. Like, I literally couldn't. I didn't want to see him. I didn't want to smell him. I didn't want to be near him. I didn't want to accidentally brush his arm. I just was just like disgusted with him. I get through the funeral, then they go to this place, you know, like how black people do. You go to eat after the funeral. So after the funeral, we go to this little, I don't even know what to call it. It was like a building Well, they had food and stuff like that. This nigga did not make sure I ate. This nigga did not go get me food. He stayed far back. Even with my ex, I don't think I've ever felt a disgust like that for a man. Not because of, you know, him being with anybody before me, but just like how you handle me. Like, that's how you handle me. I don't play like that. I don't even want to play like that, dog. Like, I really don't. So then we leave there. Now, mind you, while we're going to all these places, the funeral, the burial site, to get food, all of this stuff, like, it would be moments where, like, his sister's in the van and a cousin, or it was 2 other ladies next to me. And they're in there laughing, and it was little funny moments that was going on in the car, and I would get like into like conversation with them. But mainly what was on my mind was what was going on. And it would be moments where I would just be like looking out of the window and they're laughing and they're having a good time. And I would be crying. I would be like crying, looking out of the window. And then I would like try to get rid of my tears and like try to keep my face like this and pat my face. I didn't have any makeup on or anything, so it was easy for me to just like wipe, you know, and it not be noticeable. I didn't have no makeup on. I didn't have the mental capacity to even be there. Like, I was done. So we leave the place where everybody's eating or whatever, and his sister's like, oh, well, we're gonna go to my grandma's house, back to my grandma's house, and we just gonna, you know, party. You're gonna get you a drink. You're gonna be all right. She's trying to like, you know, she's trying to like pump me up and keep me like, you know, keep me lifted. And I just didn't have it in me. Like, I couldn't go anywhere else. We ended up pulling up to his grandma's house. I just knew I couldn't go any further. Like, I was just emotionally wrecked. Like, and I said, can you take me back to the bed and breakfast or whatever? I said, I don't have no more in me. And I don't know if the sister told the young lady, I don't know if she was a cousin or aunt or what. I don't know if the sister told her what was going on, but she's just busts out and just says, you don't have it in you because you don't want to have it in you. And I'm just like, what? Like, if she told you anything of what's going on, am I supposed to literally just act like everything is okay? Am I supposed to put a Band-Aid on this with liquor? I don't want to drink. I want to go home. When she said that, I didn't even say anything. I just looked out the window, and his sister was like, I'll take you back. And I was like, okay, thank you. She takes me back, and as we're pulling up, he's there. He's been drinking. I could tell. Like, he has a full-blown bottle in his hand, just drinking liquor. Like, I'm just like, okay. She yells his nickname out the window, and she just like, hey, she need her charger. And he brings the charger up to her window, and he's trying to like play with me, like with the charger. Like, I'm reaching for the charger, and he's like dangling it, like trying to make me like chase it, like thinking, I guess it's like funny. I don't know. I'm like, ain't shit funny about this. Nothing. Like, you used to be funny. It's not that for you anymore. So I turned my head because I couldn't even look at him. Like, I literally turned my head, and his sister starts laughing at the little back and forth thing with the charger. She starts laughing, and I just look out the window, like, but not my window, which is where he's giving me the charger. I look behind her head out of the back window, like, just give me my charger, bro. Like, I don't even want to, you know. And then there was another moment later on where I needed the block, because he only gave me the cord and I needed the block. She's like, oh, she need the block or whatever to the charger. And so he like, come on. So I go down to his car. He opens the passenger door, and I lean inside and grab my charger block, and I hear him say, baby. Like, as if like he wanted me to like say something to him. I just ignored him, and I went inside. I stayed in that room for, I think, 5 hours. And it was just really, really sad. Like, I felt so low, because like I said, it wasn't the act of like him messing around with somebody. Even what I found out when she said he messed with her in July, it wasn't even like really about it. That was a thing. It was something that concerned me majorly. But what really was like breaking me down was the fact that like he was just completely avoiding me, completely avoiding accountability. I sat in that room and I just strolled Instagram. I talked to my mom, I cried, I talked to God. Whew, it's the God stuff that's gonna get me. I hope I don't end up crying, because that's the part that gets me. There's literally nobody in this bed and breakfast but me. Like, I'm the only one here. So I go into the room, I'm a little spooked, so I end up shutting the lock to the room or whatever. I didn't know how to lock the door. I just shut, it had like a little latch. So I latched the door, and he comes back after those 4 or 5 hours, and I hear him calling me while I'm laying in the bed. I didn't know why he was calling me. I guess he was calling me because the door was locked. I didn't realize it. I didn't realize I knew the door was locked, but I didn't realize that the latch, obviously from the inside, if I close the latch, nobody can get in from the outside, even if they put the code into the door or whatever. So he's calling my name for me to come open the door. I guess I'm ignoring him, because I don't know why he calling my name. Like, I didn't know. I wasn't thinking about the latch. Like, it didn't even cross my mind. But then I hear his mom, and she's like, Asia. And so I jump up, and I'm like, oh God, what? So I come out, and I can see like the latches. So I'm like, oh my God, I'm sorry. I unlatch it. They come in. She goes to bed. He's drunk as hell, or what it looks like to me. And his sister said that when I was riding around with her, before I even got back to the bed, she was like, oh, he gonna be drunk tonight. He gonna be drunk tonight. I could tell. So he indeed came back drunk. He got into bed, and he was knocked out. I could have killed him then, but God, I let him go on to live another day. So he comes in, he passes out, and I'm just like, it's nighttime. All I gotta do is go to sleep. And when I wake up, we'll be going home. He'll be taking me home. So I stayed on Instagram, TikTok, all that, until I ended up falling asleep. The next morning, I got up, brushed my teeth. I was so ready to, listen, I was so ready to go. Like, I literally, like, we got up super early too. So I'm like, thank God. Because that means like he came back to the bed and breakfast, what, like, I don't even know what time it was. Maybe like 10, 11, something like that. We got up early, like I'm thinking like 3, 4 in the morning, if I remember correctly. So that's literally like what a span of like 11, 12, 13. No, not 13. 11, 12, 1, 2, 3. That's like 5 hours. I just need to get like 5 hours of sleep. Get through it. Just get through it. So I do end up falling asleep. The next morning, we get up. I pack my shit up. I'm ready to go. I was ready to fucking go. Like, I was done. So, do you know, strike number 3. This man drove all the way from Mississippi, Hollandale, Mississippi, all the way to Jacksonville, Florida, and still did not give me one apology on that car ride. We got in the car, I had headphones on, and I was editing my video, and then I watched the movie. Like, I was trying to like really detach. He stopped at, I think, Whataburger and got like breakfast, and he asked me if I wanted something. Nope, I don't want shit. I don't want nothing from you. Like, nothing. You can't give me shit. I said, no. I didn't say all of that, but I was just like, He gets his food. We drive off. A few hours in, he stops at the gas station. He goes in the gas station. He knows that I love Gushers. He knows that, you know, the candy. So he gets me some Gushers out of the gas station while he's getting gas, and he brings them and he tries to like give them to me, like, here, like, and I'm like, no. Those are the 2 interactions that we had. Just that. I had headphones on, but I could still obviously hear what was going on. Now, mind you, I can't go anywhere on this car ride. I can't get out of the car and walk back to Jacksonville. It would have took nothing. It would have did a lot. It would have helped a lot, helped the case, for him to turn his radio down, or, you know, and just say, I'm sorry. I lied to you. I'm sorry. And in my mind, and yes, I'm getting older and I know everybody doesn't think the same, but in my mind, when you know that you're wrong, you take accountability for it. You take accountability for it. Ain't no way in the hell I'm getting ready to sit up here and drive me and my man back to wherever, and I done messed up or I done did something and I know that I'm in the wrong, and I'm gonna drive 10 hours and not say nothing. No, like, I'm going to say something. Like, and that let me know this man does not care about you. He doesn't. Like, and like, that's the first time that, like, I think I've ever been treated like that. Ever. Like, I've never had somebody just be so just like nonchalant. First of all, I don't do nonchalant. I don't do that. You gonna chalant? Oh, we don't need to be together. Because when it comes down to you, I'm gonna chalant. I'm not finna just, you get what I'm saying? You catching my drift? So he drives me home. When we pull into the gate of my house, I can't even explain to you the relief that I felt all over me. Just to be home. Just to be out of this environment, out of this man's presence. Like, he pulled up to my apartment complex. When he got to my building, I got out. I got my bags out the back seat. I got all my stuff. My stuff was like falling every freaking where, but I grabbed my stuff and I went upstairs. And when I got up here to this apartment, I just blocked his number. Unfollowed him on Instagram. I was done. I was just fucking done. And yes, it stung a little because it's just like, damn, like, I really liked him. Like, it's crazy how this ended up. But at the same time, I felt relief and I felt like I was doing the right thing. And I still right now feel like I did the right thing. I am never, ever gonna let anybody treat me like that. I'm never gonna have anybody make me feel like I'm not worth nothing. Like, I'm not worth it. Like, I'm not worth a conversation. I'm not worth accountability. I'm not worth an apology. Like, I'm never gonna let nobody do me like that. Never. Because I'm not gonna do you like that. So it's just like, I don't know what you used to. I know you used to like fat Hispanics that probably like, they freaking like let you kind of do whatever and they just roll with it. I don't even play like that. And first of all, another damn thing, I don't even play like, you can ask my exes. I don't play that nonchalant shit. I don't even get down like that. Like, you ain't gotta kiss my ass, but you're gonna show some kind of concern for my well-being. You're going to. And if you can't do that, we don't need to talk. It's over. Because I can't even respect you as a man. Like, I really can't even respect you as a being. For real, for real, for real. So, it already wasn't even about to work. I told one of the beauty girls about it. And when I told one of the beauty girls about it, she was just like, it sounds like he's an avoidant. I'm like, I don't give a damn if he's avoidant. Girl, I don't give a damn what the hell you want to damn call it. That nigga left me high and dry. Why y'all ain't y'all are so disrespectful. So y'all didn't see my shirt up? Y'all are so rude. I don't give a damn. I don't play by me. You might not give a damn about me. But one thing about Asia give a damn about Asia. You will not treat me like that. Never. That will never fly. Never. So that's what happened with the Mississippi trip. And like I said, it wasn't like, some people probably look at it like, well, this was before you. It's not like he was cheating on you, which I really don't know. He might have been, because I didn't check his text. But I know some people was like, based on what you know, this is not a huge thing, because it's not like he cheated on you. You found him talking to a girl while you were with him. But it's not about that. And I know I've said that like 5 times. It's really not about that. It's the lack of accountability, the lack of like compassion, the lack of like care. You sending your sister to come and face me, that right there, that made me be like, oh, you're a coward. Either you really don't give a damn or you a coward. His sister told me he was just like, I gotta like look after my mama today. Like, it's a funeral going on. I can't deal with it right now. So you send somebody else. You send somebody else to do what you could have done. Maybe y'all understand it. I don't understand that. Ugh. Like, you in your 30s. What are you doing? Why are you handling your situations like you're 18? That made me look at him a little. He looked a little funny. I ain't gonna lie, he looked hella funny. He looked a lot of bit funny after that, like, for real. So I get home, everything's, now mind you, me and this guy that all of a sudden now has no concern for me, we have been planning a baby. This is the part that's gonna get me, because it's just like, before I met him, I was just walking with God. I literally was not having premarital sex. And I posted even a video talking about how I'm not desiring premarital sex. I don't miss having premarital sex. I don't miss being in, I never was in drama, but I don't miss like acting out in the way that I used to. But I feel like all of this that happened was my punishment. Not that God is just like out to hurt me, but God was just like, it was to wake me up and to like put me back on path, because like I had got off track for a second, because I'm literally over here laying down with this man. And I told myself I was not gonna do that anymore until marriage. So it's just like, was that your goal the entire time? To like lay down with me and then show your true self? Like, I don't know. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But I had sex with him. I felt safe. Like, I felt comfortable to do that. Like, I didn't feel like I was making the wrong, not that I was making the wrong choice. I knew I was making the wrong choice, but I didn't feel like super overly bothered by the fact that me and him had sex. Because it's just like, I knew that like I felt that I was safe here. Like, I felt like, yes, God is probably very disappointed in me, but everything's gonna be okay. And that's my fault, because that means I put God on the back burner. That means I just said like, okay, I know God is probably disappointed in me because I was going so good, but he's so cute and the temptation is so strong that never mind that, I deal with God later. Let me get some of that. You know what I'm saying? Just like, we had sex and we were planning a baby. Now, my last period was a strange period. Like, it only was for 2 days. My period is always 4 days. So I'm just like, what's going on? Like, I started noticing that like my last period was weird. It's usually 4 days. It was only on the 29th and the 30th. And I'm just like, This was before me and him went to Mississippi and everything. Me and him are literally keeping track of what my period's doing. It was short, and we're discussing it or whatever, and we're just like, okay, well, let's just see like what happens when the next period comes. The next period was like 2 weeks after we came back. So the first week after we come back from Mississippi, we're not talking. It's no contact. I done blocked them on everything. We're not talking about nothing, right? All of a sudden, I start getting symptoms. I start getting pregnancy symptoms. First of all, these need to be up. Why are they out? The way I know that I'm pregnant is by my nipples. Like, some girls, a lot of girls actually, they'll PMS before their period comes. They'll have sore nipples. Forgot what the other thing was, but sore nipples is like a good, it's like one of those common ones. And I've never had that. I had my period since I was 15 years old. And I've never had sore nipples before my period, never. The only time I've had sore nipples is when I'm pregnant. And that's how I always know. Sore nipples with Fallon. I know when I am pregnant, my nipples hurt. So my nipples start hurting like a week after, So when that happened, and mind you, the first time I felt it, I'm in the bed asleep, and it was like a spasm. Like, it was like my nipple was like throbbing, And it's just like, that's what it feels like when your breasts start preparing for milk and shit for a baby when you are pregnant. And I'm like, sleep, but I feel it in my sleep. And then the next day, my nipples are sore. Next day, my nipples are sore. My nipples stay sore for like, actually, my nipples just stopped being sore, like maybe like 4 days ago, 3-4 days ago. But my period it's not like on the way yet. So I'm like, okay, like I'm probably straight. Let me just wait on my period. Maybe I actually am PMSing this time because, you know, it's so much stress going on with what happened with the Mississippi thing. I was under a lot of stress that day, you know. Then I started getting real nauseous at work. Like, I'm like, what the hell? So now I'm really perked up. Like, what you getting nauseous for? Like, what's going on, Asia? Like, I know I am not freaking pregnant when I'm trying to drop this. Like, I just ended this, please. Like, I know I would have been happy before, but when this started happening, I started getting really scared because I'm like, God, I do not want to be pregnant by this man. Please, like, please do not let me be pregnant. Like, I'm really trying to like break this. Please, please don't make me have to go through this. Please, please do something. Then I got what I thought was implantation bleeding. Now, whole time with the sore nipples, because I know I never get sore nipples unless I'm pregnant, the nausea, now I got blood that came, what, like 5-6 days before my period. My period don't normally operate like that. My period comes when it's supposed to. It's very strict and it's always been very regular. I don't have irregular periods, but then again, I was thinking like, okay, I was under a lot of stress. I get like this really light, like not even like the last period where it was 2 days, but it was my regular period. It was heavy and everything. This thing that came 5-6 days before my period, it was super light. Like, the only time I really even seen something was when I wiped. It wasn't in my underwear. It wasn't in, nothing. It wasn't bloody like that, like how a period would be. I'm doing all of this research because I'm perked up now. I'm tracking like when we've had sex. How soon after that do you start getting symptoms of like sore nipples? How soon do you usually get a positive pregnancy test? And I'm thinking that this light blood that's only there when I wipe, I'm like, this shit is implantation bleeding. I've never had no period like that. My period just come. That's it. And when it comes heavy. I even got my doctor to order me some blood work. I did some blood work November 4th. It came back negative. And then I just did some blood work November 24th, 20 days later. Because I was on that shit the whole month of November. This whole month. I've been tracking that shit, watching my coochie, watching how I feel, watching my appetite. I was so damn hungry. Like, I could not stop eating. Like, I was having so many symptoms of like, you're getting pregnant and you just ended this relationship with this guy. What are you going to do? Like, then my mind started getting the better of me. I'm like, maybe this nigga trying to plan a baby with me because he wants another like military dependent. Like my mind was running haywire. That could have very well been the case, but I'm not pregnant. And let me tell you how I found out. Okay, so I did my blood work on the 24th to check again, and it still said pregnant. My period ended up coming like 5-6 days after that implantation bleeding. That never happens either, but I'm like, at least I got my period. So that means like, if something was going on and that was implantation bleeding, which my doctor says she thinks that it was. This is what my doctor thinks. My doctor thinks that I had a chemical pregnancy. Like, I literally was going through the symptoms because I was pregnant. And that means a chemical pregnancy is like an early miscarriage, like super early, like to the point before you even get a positive test. Like, you'll have all the symptoms of pregnancy, sore nipples, implantation bleeding, and the baby just never forms. Like, it just never implants where it needs to be. That's what she thinks happened. She thinks I had a chemical pregnancy. I hate to say thank God. I really do, because it's just like, I feel horrible saying that, because when I was with him, I would have been so happy. Like, I would have been so happy to like be able to have a baby from this man and like have him be with me. And like, I was so gung-ho, like, and I know God doesn't make any mistakes. And I feel like that chemical pregnancy, God did it again. That chemical pregnancy, God said absolutely freaking not. Because it's just like another thing that God knows that I've talked to God about and I've talked to him about. I've been a single mother for 13 years. For me to get to a point that I meet somebody and I'm so like, you know, I like them so much that I want to procreate with them and be a mother and start that all over again when I've already done that. That says a lot. Like, I really put a lot of trust in this situation. And God knew that. And this guy knew that. So it's just like, why? Like, why? Why not just be right? Like, if you're not honest and you know it's not, you're not doing this right, why watch me pour myself into you like that? Like how cruel can you be to not be honest with me and let me walk into something so blind? I was about to literally try to have a baby from you. God literally put a halt to it. And I could cry right now thinking about that, because it's just like, here I am. Oh Lord, I can't do that. I'm not about to cry. I'm not. Asia, pull it together, okay? Here I am, literally disappointing God. Literally doing exactly what I told him I didn't want to do anymore. Living in a way that I told him I didn't want to live anymore. You know, telling him that I only want to follow Jesus Christ and I only want to do what God wants me to do. And here I am having premarital sex because I trust a man more than God. This is the part that's going to get me. And all of that, God still made it to where it didn't go in the way that I thought I wanted it to go. That's crazy. So I just had blood work on the 24th and it was still negative. So I sat up there and had all these pregnancy symptoms. I'm freaking out the whole entire month, like asking God to just please make it stop. Please make it stop. Please make it stop. Don't make me have to go through an abortion or run the risk of me not being able to do an abortion. And I sit up here and have a man's baby that's invested in another woman. Like, what? I don't want that. I've already done my time. My daughter's about to be 18. Like, I'm about to be literally a woman that really can just really worry about herself. And I almost tried to sabotage my own life and tie myself to somebody who's not even completely in to what we got going on. Like, you got one foot out and one foot in. You trying to carry us on a lie. If you even wanted me at all in the first place. Because at this point, the way you handled me, I don't see, everybody think different, but I just don't see it. So even in moments in time, and I know that like I'm not perfect and I'm gonna make mistakes, and I'm so glad that like I serve a God that is forgiving and loving. And I messed up and God was still there for me. Like, you can't tell me, people cannot tell me that like God is not real. You can't. Like, I didn't have to go through the process of having an abortion and put my body through that and dishonoring my body by doing something like that. He removed it. And even though it never was actually confirmed that I was pregnant, I knew, like, I could feel it. I felt feelings that I haven't felt since I was pregnant the last time. And then listening to what the doctor had to say about it based on what was going on, based on me telling her about my period and how weird it was and my symptoms, and her looking at me and saying, I think you had a chemical pregnancy. This is what that sounds like you had. That means that God, if that was the case, God scrubbed it away. And I didn't even deserve it. Like, I didn't even, like, deserve the grace that he showed. Because that's my fault. Like, I should have took my time. I just got so overly excited and just, like, so gung-ho that I just forgot everything. I didn't forget God because, yes, when I would go to when I would spend the weekend with him and we would have sex and all of this stuff and I would come back home, I would talk to God and I would be, like, going through it. So I never, like, forgot about God, but I stopped trying to live the way I was supposed to, like, obedient, in an obedient manner. I stopped living for him. I started living for my flesh. And I can't thank God enough. There's no amount of thank yous that I could give God that would be enough. None. That's heavy. So I'm not pregnant. I'm not pregnant and I'm not tied to anything toxic. God really released me on a clean slate. I think about what if this had gone the way I envisioned it and the way I wanted it to. Let's just say I did marry this man and have a child from him. I would be all gung-ho and wrapped up in a man that's still dealing with another woman. So that's going on. Then I kept thinking, I've been around your friends and all of this stuff, and you talk to them often. So how do I know they don't know that you're still messing with her? So you just let me look like a fool? Like, you just let me look crazy in front of your friends? If that's the case, I don't know if that's the case, but I'm pretty sure they know that you're still wrapped up in your ex. When y'all talk about y'all love life and shit that y'all share, you're telling them what's going on with her, so they already know that you were just with this girl. Like, you were just, and then it makes me look like a fool to sit in front of them, like, and they probably thinking, like, this girl don't have no idea. Like, had I had what I wanted, I would have had this man's baby, and then possibly in the next let's just say I had this man baby and then he decided he didn't want to marry me no more. I've had this man's baby, and then in the next 3 years, when he's not stationed here anymore, he's gone because he's military. So he's gone, and I'm now stuck here by myself with a 3-year-old because he's supposed to be stationed here for 3 years. If I had this man's baby because I chose to do that and I felt safe enough to do that and went on to his next duty station, and I have a baby with him, a 3-year-old. By that point, my daughter's 13, so 3 years from now, she'd be 16. Like, literally about to graduate in a little bit and go off to college. And here I am with a 3-year-old starting over as a single mother again because he's gone. He's military, so he has to go where they tell him to go. Just think about that. Now, you see the levels that God will go to make sure that I know that he never leaves me. He never leaves me. And that's why I talk to him the way I do, because it's just like, I want him included in things that I do. Even when I'm doing something wrong, I want him included in it, because he could have just said, you know, I'm taking my hands off of it. Like, you want to live for your flesh, live for your flesh. And whatever happens with that, you deal with it. And he didn't do that. Like, the love that God has for me is what gets me full like this. Because it's just like, why do you even love me? Like, why? But, oh no, my makeup. All the research that I did about military spouses, military relationships, military men, this and that. Based on the research that I do know and what I've seen, love in the military is devastating, to say the least. God took that into consideration. Is that the type of love that I really want my daughter to have? The people in the military know not to date anybody in the military. I don't know everything. I haven't met everybody in the military, but just based on what I know, they be fucking each other. There's no loyalty. I've heard story times on YouTube from women and men talking about how a lot of these military people are married. They're married to people from home or wherever they were last stationed or whatever the case. And these people go to deployment and these people go to these other countries when they get stationed elsewhere and they're fucking this one. So how miserable of a life would that have been for me? Where every time this man leaves for work or he goes to deployment, I'm sitting around for 8, 9, 10 months, however long, hoping that he's not getting somebody that he's there with. Like, I even saw a clip on YouTube, a guy talking about when you're in the military, you're not married. Like, you're not considered married. Like, they don't look at it the same way we do. Like, they will, a girl in the military will really fuck your man and know that he has a wife and kids at home. A guy in the military will really fuck this man's wife knowing she got a husband and kids at home. Like, it's almost like the military has no soul. I don't mean the military, but I mean like love relationships and how people in the military view it is soulless. Like, I can't live like that. Imagine the misery. Imagine like, and God's already seen me go through so much and been there through so much. I just had to let it go. I had to let it go. I can't live like that. God knows I can't live like that. It's not okay. I don't want a life like that. I want a husband that is home with me. Not that I need to watch him, but I don't want to, it's just not for me. Okay? It's not for everybody. If you don't want to have to deal with your man, just, if you think like me, a military man might not be for you. Okay? I don't think it's a good idea. Like, y'all military people who be doing all that, fucking this one, and that one, and then when y'all get back home, y'all go to back to y'all husbands and y'all wives, y'all gonna die alone. Y'all are gonna die alone. Because you can only do dirt for so long and it's gonna catch up. Don't nobody want no marriage like that. Don't nobody want that. I already heard about the military men who be just spreading their seed everywhere. What if this nigga was trying to get me pregnant and trying to make me be his Jacksonville baby mama, and then this nigga leave and he gonna make babies every time he goes station somewhere, he drop a baby off? I mean, I would have got a little child support. It would have been cool, but no, I don't want the baby with it. I just want a little money. It ain't worth it. It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Y'all gonna die alone. The men who are out here carrying themselves like that in the military, y'all gonna die alone. Because y'all are soulless. And y'all can't even find the capacity to be honest and genuine and be an upstanding man. And them years go. They fly. And you gonna look up and your ass gonna be 55 and you ain't gonna have nobody. You ain't gonna have nobody. Cause you done ran over everybody. You done treated everybody like trash. You ain't got nothing but kids spread it all over the damn place. And then you be gone so much that your kids don't even have a bond with you. Now it's time for you to go in the damn nursing home because your kids don't want to take you. It's crazy. It's crazy. I probably would never date another military man ever again. Like, he need to be retired. Like, I can't. So, that's the story. That's what happened. I'm single again, back on the prowl. I thought it was perfect. I don't know how, but I'm not super duper duper sad. In the beginning, like the first week, I was giving very much Janae above and beyond. Now, where I am now, like, I see what God has done for me. I see the blessing in it. I got the lesson from it. I'm very much Kaya, don't trust no nigga, for real. Cause like, I just, and I hate to be like that because I'm still open to love, you know, but that's just where I am headspace right now. I'm really, you know, I am going to continue to date. Is my discernment going to be up a little higher? Probably. I hate for my next day, and I do have a date tomorrow, but I hate to like go back to my old ways. Like, I like being feminine. Like, I like You know, I hate to be a drill sergeant, but I just can't trust nobody. Like, you just, when you're trying to walk with God, everybody's not trying to do that. And it's just like, you gotta protect you. You gotta have your discernment top notch. And it's just like, I hate to jump in a nigga car on a date and be like, open your phone before I even get to know the nigga, because it's just like, I don't want to do all of that. But it's like, y'all want me to be feminine. You don't want me to be aggressive and all of that. But it's just like, y'all make me, like, you making me have to get in a nigga car and be like, what's up? Like, what you got going on? I can't even really get to know you because I don't know what you got going on. Let me see your phone. First date, I want to see who you talking to. I want to see if you still text your ex. What y'all want from me? Like, you want me to be a drill sergeant? You want me to be Major Payne? Or do you want me to be Tinkerbell? Because I can't do both of them. Thank God I'm still cute so I can bounce back. Like I said, I do have a date tomorrow. It's a guy that I've been knowing for years, but we never actually got together. So I'm going to hang out with him and see what that's all about. I'm gonna take my time. I know God forgives me. I'm not gonna beat myself up too much about me giving my body away, because it's just like, I've already done it. I've already asked for forgiveness for it, and I know God forgives me for it. And I just gotta do better. That's all I can do. And trust me, I am gonna do better, because I can't keep going through this shit emotionally. Like, I really can't. To my ex, if you ever see this video, blessings to you. You didn't have to do that shit you did. You did not have to do that. But blessings to you. I hope you find peace. I hope you find, you know, the person who's for you. And I hope maybe this was like a lesson for you. Maybe with your next relationship, if you even took me serious, I might be bigging myself up, but this nigga never even took me serious. But if you did take me serious and you really did, like, you know, it wasn't like no fake shit, I hope you learned something from this, because it's just like, I definitely learned some shit. Like, I learned some shit for sure. I hope you did, and I hope that, like, you can be more honest, like, because it's not necessary for you to be dishonest. It's not. Like, you're worth it. You're handsome. You're funny. You know, you're worth it. You don't have to lie about anything. Like, I don't know if it's just like fear of being alone or whatever, but you really hurt me. You really did. And it was unnecessary, I feel like, but I don't have time to be hating nobody. Like, I gotta keep moving. God is still amazing. God is still just like so forgiving and so graceful. And it's just like, he forgives me all the time. He forgave me for what we did. So it's just like, I don't hate you, and I hope you're doing good. I hope you find exactly what you're looking for. I hope you find the right girl for you. If you're meant to be with your ex, God, and you know what else? The crazy thing is, the last thing I remember saying to this man, when we were having a little back and forth in the bed, after I found out, after I looked and I told him, I confronted him about it, the last thing I said to this man was, whatever that girl do to you, from this point on, you deserve it. Like, basically, like, yo, dumb ass, you done sit up here and told me all this shit this girl done did to you. When she do something else, don't fucking whine about it. Because you like that. Like, you like chaos. Like, you like for a nigga to do you any old kind of way. Like, you thrive on, like... But that, I'm wild for that. I did not have to say that to that man. Like, to tell that man he deserved that, that's crazy. Like, but... You know, I was hurt, and I don't think it was right the way you did me. I know you know it wasn't, you know. So, hopefully, if you even give a damn, hopefully you can forgive yourself for it, and you can get out of here. Because outside of that, like, you know, you cool. You cool, dog. Like, I ain't got no problem with you. We're just not, your situation, I can't with that, you know? And that's okay. So, keep being handsome, keep being blessed, and ladies, use your discernment. That's all I can say. Use your discernment. Don't get too overly excited that you forget about God, because God gonna be there at the end of the day. When it all fall down, God gonna be there. And God, I just thank you, and I appreciate you, and I'm just so glad that I have the peace that I have with it right now. And that's only due to you. Nobody else could have given me that, because it's just like, I feel like I disappointed you so bad. And I know that you know that I'm not perfect, but I could have done better, and I will do better. And I love you, and I will continue to worship you and follow you and try to hear from you every chance I get and talk to you every chance I get. And I just thank you for your grace and your mercy. In Jesus' name I pray, amen. Bye, y'all.
But I gotta be a woman.